Hey everyone, Blugoblin here. Thank you for joining me for my comic book review for this week in December 2011. I need to let everybody know this is going to be the last comic book review I do this year. The next couple weeks I'm going to take a short little sabbatical from YouTube because due to Christmas shopping and everything, the next couple of weeks of picking up comic books is going to be ungodly difficult. I'll still do written reviews on Tumblr, but for now here on YouTube I'm going to take a short break and I'll be back in the beginning of next year. With that being said, this week I got 5 books. It's all about the DC and it's all about the 4s. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with Batman and Robin number 4. Yeah. If anybody's been keeping up with me, y'all know that haven't really been giving this particular run on the series good thoughts, have I? Nah. But here we go. Now this is the way Batman and Robin should be told in this new 52. I mean, this is how the storytelling should have been from at least issue 2. That's just my opinion. This is a huge step up in the storytelling from Peter Tomasi. Patrick Gleason's artwork is still fantastic. We got a good one-page spread of a good picture that I see has already been posted on Tumblr several times. And here, this is where Damian's finally starting to show some character growth in this new 52 universe. In here, he sits down with Bruce after a rough encounter with a character named Nobody, which is very funny since Nobody was a character from... There was a character named Nobody from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles who was a parody of Batman. I'm the nerd. I just find that funny. But after an old style cliched cliffhanger style dilemma that Batman and Robin go through, they meet up in the Batcave and Damian starts expressing dialogue that he should be doing. He's like asking Bruce, it's like, why don't you trust me? Why can't you respect me? And Bruce is like, if I can't trust you, I can't respect you. You know, Damian's trying. This issue made me feel like that Damian is indeed trying to, you know, live under Bruce. I mean, he worked so well with Dick Grayson and with Stephanie Brown. Now he's... Nice. But now he's working with his father, and you see the real tension in there. It's not just Damian having daddy issues. Bruce is having issues with being a dad himself. And it's just brilliantly well told. And once again, Alfred is a shining star in this book. Very well told. The dilemma's very well put together. I don't know what else to say about it. I'm trying my best to explain what's going on without exactly spoiling the book. But okay, Tomasi, Gleason, thank you. This is the way to tell a Batman and Robin story. Don't know what to make of the cliffhanger, but all in all, this is picking back up, and it's nice to see DC using Damian properly again, for the most part. Suicide Squad number 4. Wow, I had no idea this series was going to be this good when I first started getting it. This is the way a badass espionage series should be told. Just incredibly awesome. And once again, the best character here is Deadshot. Son of a bitch. He's awesome in this book. Some good dialogue, good character interaction. That's one thing I love about this series. The interaction between everybody is just badass, and some good stuff from Harley Quinn. Now, and here, being a comic book nerd that I am, I noticed a real big douchebag moment in this book from a minor goon who thought it was smart to take Harley Quinn lightly. She's just a girl. What's she gonna do? DC, are you... Who... Adam Glass, did you honestly write that thinking it would look credible? My girlfriend, ladies and gentlemen. But real douchebag moment, and I hope he got what he had coming. And some good dialogue between Harley and Captain Boomerang in here, especially concerning the Joker. I'm not going to give that away. But the end of the book promises yet another Suicide Squad casualty, and from what I gather, it might be nasty. And my heart's telling me my jaw might drop on issue 5. But all in all, that was an awesome book. Moving along, Green Lantern number 4, No Fear. God, how 90s was that? No Fear. Jeff Johns, Doug Mahnke. Now, I got to agree with Mark. With Corn TV said in this particular book, it was easy to spot, a secondary artist on some panels. And yeah, I gotta agree with him, because DC's schedule is running a little tighter now with this whole New 52 thing. But the big question is, did Hal Jordan die? Fuck no. I mean, you think they're going to kill Hal Jordan off at the 3rd issue? Christ's sake. It was just... issue 3's cliffhanger was meant to be a big what the fuck moment just to get people's jaws to drop. I never believed for a second that Hal Jordan actually died. But the storytelling in here is just magnificent. You got Sinestro being Sinestro, just pure badass writing from Jeff Johns. The artwork sells the story as well, and it's another what the fuck moment at the end of the book, considering what Sinestro does and what he's heading for in the next issue. Very well put together. This is a great book, great read from Jeff Johns and Doug Mahnke, and whoever else did the fill-in art for when Mahnke couldn't do it. But yeah, Green Lantern number 4, awesome work. I really appreciate that book. But as good as those were, they didn't make the pick of the week. Now, for those of you who follow me loyally, y'all are about to see something for the very first time. For the first time, I was so heavily torn between the last 2 books, I decided, fuck it. It's my show. I do what I want. Guess what? We have officially 2 picks of the week. Batwoman number 4 and Batgirl number 4. Both these books were so outstandingly well done, I decided to make them both pick of the week. We're going to start with Batwoman number 4. Get a real good shot at that. That is just a great cover, great artwork. The artwork alone is worth geeking out for. J.H. Williams III, just fantastic, pure cinematography on paper. Very, very nice. Storytelling is dark, it's gritty, just like a Batman-related title should be. And the beginning of the book was just awesome. We get Flamebird going around beating up crooks in Gotham City, all the while in brilliantly well done pencil sketches we have this very sensual sex scene between Batwoman and her current girlfriend, and the way it's drawn, so detailed yet old school style, pencil sketching, it looked just fantastic. The action from Flamebird was really well done. We got a new nut in Gotham City with a hook hand, and he kind of looks like a cheap Frankenstein knockoff, but considering what happens to Flamebird, it's just nasty. And with Batwoman in here, I think I can honestly say, and I'm not trying to sound like a creep or a perv or anything like that, okay? I'm just calling what I see. But for the first time, I think I have ever seen a lesbian orgasm in a comic book. I'm just calling what I see. It's not the key point that I'm looking for. But the thing is, good storytelling, good dark beautiful artwork. The story is leading up very nicely, especially at the end of the book, concerning the agent who's hell-bent on getting Batwoman to justice. Just phenomenal artwork, phenomenal storytelling, and I did my best to explain how much I love this without giving almost all the book away. But I just, ooh, the artwork, god damn, this was beautiful. Get on board with the goddamn Batwoman. We're going to end this off with the second pick of the week, Batgirl number 4. Why did I have 2 picks of the week? Because I can. We got Gail Simone, Adrian Saab, and we got the great Adam Hughes doing the covers, and that's good enough for me. But Gail Simone, I salute you. Thank you. Thank you for writing Batgirl for us in this new 52 universe. A lot of people complained at first, saying they felt insulted that they took away Stephanie Brown to put Barbara back in the cowl. I'm fine with it. Now, I love Stephanie Brown as Batgirl. She was a great Batgirl. But the Batgirl I grew up with was Barbara. I grew up with both Barbara as Batgirl and Oracle. Most people didn't know how good Barbara was as Batgirl, but I did remember, and it's nice to see her back in here again. And this is without a doubt the best issue of the series so far. And when I read this story, and when I saw what Barbara has to go through in here, the beginning scene alone was just incredibly awesome. Now, my one and only nitpick is that they didn't exactly explain in detail as to how Barbara's able to be walking again. They mentioned a clinic from Africa in one panel, and that's all they mentioned. But I feel like we'll get more explanation as the series goes on. And Barbara has to deal with, you know, Mirror, who I think looks more badass in this issue than he did in the past 3. Now, when I read this book and when I looked at the artwork, there was a great artistic distinction between Barbara and Batgirl. When I looked at Barbara, I saw, Barbara, very colorful, very light, and it was, it fit her. But when she was Batgirl, and when the artwork was depicting her as Batgirl, I didn't see a red-haired Stephanie Brown, as some people call her. I saw Barbara Gordon as Batgirl kicking the shit out of someone, and that's why I loved this. The storytelling is very detective skilled, poignant. Barbara's using her intelligence to get to Mirror. She does something that she feels like she had to do to get to him and to take him down. It was very well done. Awesome. Just simply awesome. This is one of the best books I've got out of the new 52 so far. Just do yourselves a favor. Give Batgirl a chance. If you don't like it, you don't have to read it. But for those of you like me who grew up with Barbara as Batgirl, this will be refreshing. Thank you, Gail Simone. Thank you so much for Batgirl. Awesome. I'm exhausted from all the nerding out I've been doing. Thanks for watching, everybody. Don't forget to subscribe. Please subscribe. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Tumblr. Hell, follow my girlfriend on Twitter and Tumblr. Thanks for watching, everybody, and until next time, I'll see you later.